Hi, my name is Avery. This is Idea Shop. This is going to be a shorter video, the ultimate tech criticism iceberg, which is also just like a reading list. In the beginning, there was Boo iPhone. This is when you're beginning to become tech critical. Maybe you watch some episodes of Black Mirror, you listen to a bit of Trash Future, you like Tech Won't Save Us, you think Bitcoin is stupid. You also hate the iPhone. This is the earliest stage of being tech critical. You aren't really thinking for yourself. You're just digesting the thoughts that other people have. You haven't really read any books yet. Next, we enter the pre-K era of tech criticism. Maybe you read the latest Verso stuff like The Automation and Future of Work by Aaron Beninav, or New Dark Age by James Brittle, or you read some Sherry Turkle, or you read the Unabomber Manifesto, or you read The Whale and the Reactor by Langdon Winter. This is like the early stages of figuring out, oh, why is technology bad? Is there something weird about dominating nature with industrial society? Is this something that we shouldn't do? Should we try to figure out better ways of organizing society? This is the first stage of figuring that out. Please only read the Big TED book for academic purposes, obviously. Next, we get into high school, which is when you're getting a bit more sophisticated with the tech criticism. Maybe you read some Machine Dreams by Philip Murawski, or The Cultural Logic of Computation by David Columbia, or you read The Politics of Bitcoin by David Columbia, or you read Autonomous Technology by Langdon Winter, or you read some Writing Machines with little Catherine Hales. This is like more sophisticated, you're getting smarter, you're starting to think about the co-constitutive nature of humans and technology, and not trying to be deterministic and say, oh, technology is dominating nature or whatever. Next, we have undergrad. So maybe you're reading some My Mother Was a Computer by Catherine Hales. You're reading Dialectic of Enlightenment by Adorno and Horkheimer. You're reading Cyber Selfish by Polina Borsuk. You're reading Scorched Earth and 24/7 by Jonathan Crary. You're analyzing capitalism in the last two books, and in Dialectic of Enlightenment. You're also thinking about the relationship of technology to nature again in Dialectic of Enlightenment, and in My Mother Was a Computer. You're thinking about the way that technological workers in California tend to be libertarians. We also have postgraduate, which maybe you're reading a little Heidegger. You're reading some more Catherine Hales, but this time How We Became Posthuman. You're reading some Boundary 2, and you're reading Chaos Bound, even more in Catherine Hales. She's great and good at all stages of your tech criticism journey. Alright, beyond this point, we get into post-neo graduate, which you're reading Gilbert Simondon, on the mode of existence of technical objects and individuation in light of notions of form and information, volumes 1 and 2. Again, thinking about the mutually constituting relationship between humanity and our technologies. You're considering the ways that our life is intertwined with them and dependent on them, from the simplest times in history with the early domestication of fire to the most relevant and recent example, which is our dependency on cell phones. Brain is vibrating at a ridiculous frequency because you're reading obscure French continental philosophers that no one else reads. Then we get to the final 4 tiers, which I've decided to represent by 5 books, but is really just everything that Bernard Stiegler has written. Stiegler is weird, and he's hard to understand without reading Adorno and Horkheimer, Foucault, Deleuze, Simondon, and Heidegger first. He uses a lot of neologisms that begin in the early works and then build upon themselves into the later works. The Technics in Time series, which I have out of order here, Technics in Time 1, 2, and 3, I've been told by Catherine Hales, contain the essence of his work. The Age of Disruption was very good, but it was difficult to understand what he was talking about because of the heavy use of neologisms that I didn't always have context or meaning for. The bit of Taking Care of the Youth and the Generations that I've read is good. I finished Taking Care of the Youth and the Generations over the weekend. I would recommend reading that to people who are interested in the relationship between media technologies and attention deficit disorder. I think Stiegler has a lot of interesting things to say about that. He also cites Catherine Hales, which is a big plus in my book. Technics in Time 1, 2, and 3 is about the human relationship to technology and the co-invention of the human and our technical prostheses. I haven't read those yet, so I can't speak in more detail about them. That's just my understanding from the secondary literature reading that I've done about it. If I had to recommend one book to begin with, I would say The Whale and the Reactor by Langdon Winter is a good introduction to technology, philosophy, and technology criticism. This has been a shorter video. I intend to do some shorter videos about Bernard Stiegler and like the Technics in Time series and just like a little dictionary or glossary of his terminology because he's pretty specific. I will probably post that within the next month or two. I'm also working on a video essay about technomorphism, which has taken me a lot longer to make than I thought it would, but I think will be good when it is finally done, and you can expect that before the fall, I hope. Thank you for watching. This has been Idea Shop. Bye.
En effet, ce que je pose d'abord dans mon travail, c'est que l'homme et la technique sont indissociables. Le phénomène de l'hominisation, c'est le phénomène de la technicisation du vivant. L'homme n'est rien d'autre que la vie technique.